My sister Lauren has been missing for 497 days. It has been since June 19th, 2020 that somebody has last seen Lauren Dumolo. Here we are at Lauren's apartment. This was where she was living at the time of her disappearance. On the evening of June 18th, I actually spoke with Lauren at 6:30 in the evening while she was at her apartment. At the end of that call, we just said, I love you, like we always do. The next morning, Lauren and I were supposed to talk at like 10, 11 in the morning. I had reached out to her multiple times with no response. Lauren's boyfriend called my father in the evening of June 19th. He said, I kissed her goodbye in the morning at 6 a.m. and when I returned home at 10 p.m., she wasn't there. I just felt in my heart that something was wrong. It's not like Lauren to not be in contact with us, especially if we're supposed to have plans to chat. We are here at Four Freedoms Park, which is very significant to Lauren's case. She came here to meditate. This is where she would ground herself. This was her happy place. Right here where we're located is where her belongings were found. It was here on Atlantic Court, just one block from Lauren's apartment, that on the morning of June 19th at 8:15 in the morning, a local maintenance man claims to have seen Lauren walking from the direction of the park toward her apartment. So this may actually be the last person to have seen Lauren prior to her disappearance. So we're here in front of where our mother used to live on Tarpon Court, which is right across the street from the Four Freedoms Park. On the evening of July 20th, Cape Coral Police Department met here in this park with cadaver dogs. And on that evening, the cadaver dogs led them actually across the street here directly to our mother's apartment. A lot of red flags started being raised, a lot of coincidences surrounding Lauren's disappearance.
Okay, now, let's talk about this park a little bit. Why would she go to the park? You said she meditated there, but...
So this park was only about 2 blocks from her house. Lauren didn't have her driver's license. She didn't drive. It's a very serene park.
So it's 6 minutes, 3/10 of a mile from her apartment to the park. And now, what happened on June 1st? Because she was there June 1st and some citizens just called in and she was Baker acted.
Correct.
What was she doing that was serious enough that they involuntarily committed her to a psychiatric ward?
What I was originally told was that she jumped into the water, into the basin at Four Freedoms Park. Came back out. Some people that were in the park noticed that her behavior wasn't right, called the police. Cape Coral police came. She jumped back into the water when she saw the police, is what I was told. And then they told her, you need to get out of the water. There's gators in the water. You need to get out of there. But then I actually come to find out in retrospect that she didn't jump into the water from Four Freedoms Park. She was actually across the other side of the basin where there was a hotel on that corner. And there's a hotel on that corner across. There's the basin. Then there's a slip where you can park your boats. And there was a parking lot in the back. She actually jumped in the water from there and swam to Four Freedoms Park like she was trying to get away from somebody.
Was she talking out of her head when the police got there?
Supposedly, yes.
The bystanders had said that she was acting erratic. She was saying that somebody was after her. She was combative, didn't want to obviously be taken by the police, saying, you're one of them, you're after me. So due to all of that, they thought it was in the best interest to put her into a mental health facility for evaluation.
Okay, so 8 days later, she's released, and her discharge diagnosis was acute psychosis.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay, so she had had some kind of a break with reality in there somewhere. But they did drug screen her when she was there, and she wasn't on any heavy drugs. They found some THC in her system, but nothing that would explain that behavior.
Correct. Lauren was also on a Suboxone treatment to stay off of heavier drugs. It is an opioid inhibitor, so it makes you, not crave the high of an opiate. So she was using that to stay off of the illicit drugs.
Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.